Well, hello YouTubers, this is Bob. It is so good to be back with all of you. Well, I promise you guys another YouTube celebrity reading, and have I got a great person for you today. Her name on YouTube is Tonjesml, or Tonjes, I'm not sure how you say it. I've always called her in different names. But her real name is Megan. Megan Tonjes. Anyways, you guys correct me. I can never keep people's names straight. Anyways, I just call her Megan. And I've known Megan for a number of years here. She and I met on YouTube. When I was first new, she started watching my videos and sending me the nicest letters. And I've even met her and talked to her on Creangle's show. And she is a very talented and gifted singer. And I'm going to put her links down here in the box. You have to go subscribe to her channel and buy her album. She has some music out. She's a recording person. And I tell you, I think she's really, really talented. Anyways, Megan, thank you, darling, for asking for a reading from me. You know, I'm very honored. It's always a pleasure to hear from you. And anyways, before we get into your reading, give me just a moment and let me attune to the spirit world. Okay. My spirit guide Fletcher series says hi to you. Okay, Megan, you know, as I'm stepping forward here into your vibration, you know, I'm picking up all around you here in the aura the most beautiful, it's blue light, shimmering blue light and white light, beautiful colors here around you. And, you know, it's very interesting because the blue light is all about communication. It deals with the throat chakra, and it deals with issues related to communication. Now, interestingly, because you're a singer, you pull a lot of power from the throat chakra. And I feel like what's interesting here is that vocally, I feel you've been given a kind of like a new energy. And you're very talented, but it's interesting because I feel like when I want to step back here on your spirit chart, if I go back like 6 months here, I feel like this last 6 months, you've really stepped up your game vocally. And I feel like there's a lot of, well, new energy here in the singing around you. Now, I'm also getting a lot of white light here around the aura. And white light is all about, that's all about new beginnings here. And I feel like right now you're crossing here at a crossroads in your life. And the energy about this is like, let's go forward. And I do feel like as you get forward here, this is going to be a very important year for you. You know, I keep picking up here, particularly around the month of September here, and Fletcher says October as well, that there's going to be a lot of very important meetings here with you. And I feel like you're going to be meeting with television people. Because I feel like you're being invited on some talk shows or some TV shows where you're going to perform. And I want you to be open to more media work here. Because I feel like, you know, that's an area that you've been trying to push on, but there's been a little bit of delay there. Well, I tell you, once you hit the fall, I think it's going to really change for you. And it may even get, as you get further in the fall, a very intense vibration around this, kind of like, you know, oh my gosh, everything's happening so quickly. But you know what? I think you're ready for it, and Spirit is leading you in that direction, okay? So it looks very positive here. Now, I also get around you a number of spirit guides here. And it's interesting because the angel Gabriel is around you. And Gabriel is one of your protecting spirits. And I want you to remember him because he's working with you. And Gabriel is asking me to tell you, he says, yes, he says, I'm going to be helping her. He says, hear my trumpet, and to raise her voice, okay? It looks like as you go towards the, you know, the later fall, November, December here, you may even be finding yourself asked to do kind of spokesperson work. And I do feel like, you know, you want to let your voice be heard and speak words of truth, okay? But I do see you, interestingly, as you go forward with your music work, also taking on, it's like a work in social activism here. And you may be finding yourself asked by some nonprofit corporations or some charitable organizations to kind of be a voice, to contribute your talent and your music and your voice to a very important cause. Interesting, I want to connect this to underprivileged children or issues connected to children from the third world. So it does look like you're going to be doing some music also related to those themes. So this is going to be very interesting to see. Okay. Now I also get here around you another person in spirit, and I want to connect this on your father's side of the family. And this feels like it goes back here. This would be a grandfather, great uncle, grandfather's, I believe it's a grandfather's brother here on the father's side of the family. And this man comes in here around you, and he's asked me to, he says that yes, I bring her a lot of help and blessing. Now what they show me here is in your family tree that there are singers, interestingly, coming down on both sides of the tree. So I do feel like you're being very, very blessed here. And you've got some good people from the spirit world, family members from both sides helping you. And also Fletcher says that some of this is past life stuff coming over. Now you did have a past life they're showing me. And interestingly, one of your past lives was connected to the 1500s. And you were a theater performer. And they showed me that you would travel with like a theater troupe and do musical theater. You were a female in that life. And unfortunately, you got, sounds horrible, like the plague. And I believe it took you out. You were only about 30 when you died. And you never got to, of course, finish your musical work. And that's one of the reasons that you're back, is because you are now kind of living that dream that you didn't get to finish in that last life. So I do feel this life for you is going to be very productive, and I do see you going on here. They keep asking me to tell you that the year 2011 is very important, because in that year also you will be having a lot of personal growth. And interestingly, I feel when we get to 2011 here, this is where I'm seeing changes coming around you in the relationship area. One of the things that they show me here is there's somebody new entering your life. It won't be until around the end of January, maybe beginning of February in 2011. But I'm seeing a new person come in. This is a male here. I don't believe you met them yet. And I feel like, interestingly, the connection with this comes from a meeting in October. And I feel this person is interested, connected to the music industry. And I do feel like you'll enter into a new relationship at that time. And it might even go to marriage. Okay. Anyways, I have to tell you, in the relationship area, I do feel this has kind of been a rocky year for you. I don't feel a lot of, strong energy around that at this time. And that's okay. I'd say focus on the music, but it does look like in 2011, that's where I see romance entering the picture for you, okay? Also they're asking me to tell you here that you've overcome a lot of personal obstacles this last year. And this has been a year of soul growth, and that looks very positive going forward for you. So I want you just to keep going, because it looks like you're doing great here, okay? Anyways, Megan, it's a pleasure to read for you. I hope I've given you some insight, and keep me posted. Anyways, I look forward to hearing from you. God bless you, and we'll talk to you soon.